All right, so I'm coming back to the girls' room with an update because this is my confessional. I have confessed some things in here because it's easy when you're getting ready and you do not have a therapist. So, shout out to all the girlies without therapy that therapize themselves. That's me. I've actually reached out to my cousin who is a board certified therapist, and she says it's like unethical to therapize your family. Um, but I'm totally okay being the test, so I don't know if she's okay with that, which is pretty evident because she has not ever said yes. So, a little update. I ran into Jimbei in the elevator just now. Actually, I'm not a stalker or anything, but when you pay attention to someone, you start noticing people's habits. Like that is how stalkers are created, though. So I don't know his habits, but I know what kind of car he drives. And I saw it wasn't there, and I was like, finally, you're not at the house when I feel like you're always here because I always see your car. Um, which is why I will literally never tell him about this podcast. Um, but yeah, the past couple days I've been feeling like he's not really Jimbei anymore. He's just a neighbor, which I still feel like. And running into him now was, I mean, it kind of feels like fate. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but how are we coming home at the same time? Part of me thinks, are you following my schedule? Obviously not, but I'm coming from work. I come from work at random times depending on the days. It's Thursday, so nobody really wants to be there past 5. And I work very, very close. Also, I'm gonna just clean up my bathroom while I talk because it's always good to tidy. And like Marie Kondo said, if it doesn't spark joy, throw it in the trash. So that's what I'm doing. So I am coming from my car to the elevator, which is quite a long walk. And I get to the elevator and I hear this car coming fast and furiously. And I was like, you know what? That's probably him because I feel like I've heard this sound before. And the last time he rolled up in his car, he's just zooming in. And I'm like, first off, that's highly unnecessary and dangerous. Why are you rushing inside? But I heard him, and the elevator door was just opening. I'm like, you know what? I do hear someone coming. Let me keep the door open. I get in the elevator, and I'm like, he's probably rushing to the elevator because I just hear this, like, so the elevator door closes, but I intentionally just let it open. I'm like, all right, let me open it just for a second if he's there and if whatever he's doing is urgent. I open it and he comes in. It is him. I didn't know, but I assumed he comes in. He's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, you're welcome. Turned around. He wasn't really gonna do anything, gonna interact at all. But I force it. So this, I think it's under eye cream that I do not use. I haven't used in such a long time, but I spent like $50 at Sephora because that's what they do. But I'm tossing it. They prey on women at Sephora, I swear. Glow oil, I like. That's part of a bundle, which is another ploy. Detox mask. Where should I put my masks? There's stuff in here, I guess. Kinda. No, there's really not anything in here. Trash. So I turn around and I see he's on his phone or whatever, just trying to avoid me, but also probably has work to do. And I turn around and I'm like, how's your day? And he said, it's good, it's good. I just came from a podcast. And I'm like, oh, really? That's so cool. What's the podcast? He's like, well, I used to be a cop, and so I have a lot of buddies that like ask me questions and all this stuff. And I'm like, wow, first off, my heart starts pounding because I love a man in uniform. And I actually really like cops. I've never, ever had a problem with cops. And I should use this. So this is eye serum. Hydrate Smooth Brighten. Doesn't have an expiration, it looks like. I did buy this at Target and I was like, oh my god, it must be so good. Let me freaking use it. I'm putting this in the front. It's pretty much done. Okay, I want to balance like things that I want to actually actively use and still maintaining a neat section and a table. But I need to be able to see things or I won't use it if it's hidden. But yeah, I guess he's podcasting about his experiences as a cop, and we already have so much in common. We're both podcasting-ish. I mean, mine's more of a personal journey and video diary and chronicles in the girls' room where I make confessions and allow my intrusive thoughts to just explore and wander, which I feel like is super healthy, but it's pretty much the same thing. So now I know a little bit about him, and I am actually looking at this man's eyes and having a conversation with him, which I think finally like unravels the whole mystery behind the man. So it's like, okay, let's just be neighbors. Like, can we actually just be neighbors and be friendly? Because I see you literally every day. It's almost like I can't get away from you. So let's be friends. And oil-free moisturizer. I like you. I like you a lot. But I use another thing. So I'm gonna store this somewhere. Or maybe I'll just keep it. It's fine. I can keep it in there. But yeah, we've got some things in common. Mineral tinted face sunscreen lotion. Maybe I'll use this instead of CeraVe. Let's try it. Let's try this instead of CeraVe. I'm gonna put the CeraVe sunscreen up because it just has this white cast that I do not like. So I naturally run into the girls' room to document every little thing that's happening of or surrounded about love, because that's what this podcast is about. That's what this series is about. And of course, you have to document the moments before you find the person, because there are just like all these moments, all these learning opportunities, and just like fun little beats in between experiences. So it's a good thing to remember. But now I really like this, but my skin does not like oil on my face. So I mean, yeah, because this is like shea butter. Because I'll start breaking out. Okay, I'm gonna archive that. I don't need that. Well, how about this? I keep it for extra dry days, just for night. This would be my night routine. Okay, so I'll do night over here. Yeah. Eye Perfector, I mean, got two, so I guess which one do I want? Soothes, calms, and brightens, hydrate, firm. Okay. I'll keep it, I guess. Keep it there. So, yeah, I initiated the conversation yet again because I'm just a friendly person, and at this point the mystery's gone, so I just want to be a friendly neighbor. And I want to figure you out. I didn't ask for his name though, so next time, now that we were building rapport, I will ask for this man's name. It's so crazy that when you do not care about a person and you don't have them on your mind at all, you'll strike up any conversation. Oh, like, you have a dad? That would be the type of conversation that I'd get into. Like, what'd you do over the holiday? Like, what do you do for fun? Just because I probably do not care. But with men, everything's a little different. I remember who you are, what your name is, what you do. So I'll always remember that my neighbor was a cop. I wonder what happened. I'll have to ask him, like, why are you not a cop anymore? Did you get discharged? No? Are you just retired? Did you realize you didn't want to be a cop anymore? Like, what do you do now? That'll be maybe a couple weeks from now. So I'm going to continually update you so that you know what's going on, so that as I'm speaking all of these things out loud, I'm thinking about ways to handle the situation, ways to communicate, and being intentional. That's what this is about. Say it out loud, manifest it, pray for it. And once you put it out there, I feel like I'm able to catch it. And I'm like, oh, wait a second, maybe I should do this. It's just like it kind of opens up my mind a little bit, which is great. Just saying it and thinking about it over and over. So as I asked him how his day was, and he told me that he is podcasting or a part of someone else's podcast. At the end, he's like, well, what about you? And I guess I didn't expect him to say anything, or I just lost track of my mind. But I looked up and I was like, oh, my day is good. That was literally the time it took me to remember. And I said this, I was like, oh my God, I had to remember what you asked. And he just cracked up. So there is a little humanity in him. I just have to bring it out. And I know I'm such a funny person, and I kind of lean on that a little bit because I love humor. It, like, breaks down any walls. I think of most people, you give them food and you give them laughs, you're good to go. Like, you have a buddy, you have a friend. And so, yeah, I like this toner, but I haven't been using it because I think it's pretty oily. Let me read the instructions or the ingredients. So, I walk in my unit, I see my roommate, and I just stop and start laughing and chuckling, like, oh my God, I ran into Jinbei. It's like, wait, he's not Jinbei anymore. But it's nice to get to know people, so next time, I will ask for his name. Or maybe next time he'll ask for mine. But knowing that he used to be a police officer, I feel like makes sense, because he just seems so discreet and incognito. Like, his car is super blacked out, so is mine, but I'm not as closed off as he seems. Like, oh my bro, at a certain point you're gonna have to ask me a question. Like, you are gonna have to, well, there's not much of this, so I might as well just literally use it. Okay, I'm gonna flood my bathroom with some stuff that I need to use so I can clear out some space. Cleansing water is good. All these freaking toners. Okay, this is going there. But yeah, at a certain point, like, come on. I'll ask for your name and everything, but then it's just gonna be like, all right, well, we're strictly neighbors now, because if I have to ask for your name, then that to me means you're not interested, which is fine, because I think this could be one of those situations where, as I'm learning how to date and what that means and just quantities and playing the field, let's try this approach. Let's try the approach of just running into someone naturally and striking conversation that I wouldn't naturally want to do if I was into someone, but like, what does that even mean to be into someone? Which is why I never admit that I'm into someone. Any of my friends, they'll tell you that I'm into someone, and I will reject it and deny it all of the time. And like, Joy, why will you refuse? Why are you refusing? Tell me you like this man. Because I don't. What do I have to like? I don't know him. I'm talking about him all the time because he's cute and he's pretty. But that's not enough. Like, what do I look like liking somebody? Like, actually liking someone that I don't know. That doesn't even make any sense to me. I like the way he looks. There's a difference between having a little, like, schoolgirl crush, because a crush is a lack of information. Thank you, Amber. And liking someone means you've gathered information and you make a conscious decision to like a person. So, no, I haven't gathered information and made an effort to learn the person or made a conscious decision to like them. So, yeah, I don't like anyone. So, all of my friends that think I've liked so many people, it's like, you liked him. It's like, I will literally punch him in the face. I won't because I'm non-violent unless somebody touches me. Then apparently I tackle them, which is crazy and definitely a story for another time and maybe another podcast. But yeah, I don't really know where I was going with that. Just a girls' room rant. Oh, this is good. Oh, hydrating boost. The only problem with this, and I don't know why I bought it. Okay. So you add this to things. Such a waste. Like, I need to just go completely, yeah, this, oh, the toner. Toner might be okay. Well, this was free, so I'm not really tripping about that. It's so sticky though, it doesn't even move. Let me see. Okay. I don't, yeah, and this is in Korean, so, God, I mean, they really get you. I'm not going to Sephora until I have money to blow. Like, this I got online, Penetrate Mask. It was kind of working, but all these things are literal scams. Like, don't buy anything ever. And the last, ooh, and that is strong. That's like, what is that? Tea tree. That's what it smells like. It smells like tea tree oil. That would be way, oh yeah, it is. Tea tree essential oil. Sugar baby. Done trash. Great. So I actually have some space. Which is good. What can I put there? I don't want to put anything in there because if I don't see it, then I won't use it because I'll forget. I mean, I guess I could put this back in here so I have it. So, the Chronicles of Someone Dating. I'm really dating myself. Everyone ought to date themselves. I've just been dating myself for a very long time. And to be quite honest, like, I really don't see a problem with it because until these man-childs, these men-children show me something different, then I'm gonna date myself because I treat myself the way I want to be treated most of the time, not all the time. Sometimes I am such a CUNT to myself. I am like, why did you eat that? Why did you go there? Why did you spend that money? No, I'm actually pretty kind to myself. I'm doing really good. I'm actually very proud of myself right now. I feel great. I'm super happy. I'm super happy from myself. I'm happy with my job. I'm happy with my relationship status, to be honest. I mean, I know that I want to blah, 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 but I'm not stressing. And I'm not just going for anything at all. I know my worth, you know, and I don't have to compromise. There's somebody there for me. Maybe, you know, we're just baking right now. I think God's getting me and him ready for each other. And that's the way I want it to be. I will be the best version of myself and the best potential wife now that I am going on this journey. So I have this little spa science. Honestly, I'm not even gonna try to keep this and say use it because I don't use this. I've had it for years and I've never used it. Getting that away. I got this stupid freaking face razor Like, I can't even believe all of the sponsors anymore. All the people that advertise all this crap are all liars. They're all paid actors. Obviously, it's like we know that, but we still buy the things. Dating is such an interesting thing, and my sister sent me this article, or this post that says, well, I guess it's an article, a post based off an article, that says that LA is one of the worst places to date. What's new? Not surprised. It is. LA is actually kind of trash right now. Like, and I really like these bathroom sessions, even though I've just started. I love talking to myself. Somebody has to. I don't really open up like that. Like, my roommate, I think, is someone, well, for sure, someone that I talk to the most right now, and one of my closest friends. So I open up to her a lot, but I'm not a super emotional woman in that way. So I don't just thought dump on her like, I mean, actually I kind of do. So I'm sure she'd be like, yeah, no, your bathroom thoughts, your daily thoughts that you actually vocalize. Which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at all. But nice family. That. So yeah, I like being able to just word vomit, and I'll be able to come back to this and see where I was on September 12th, 2004. And when I think about other people's vlogs and podcasts and series, it's always so produced, and I think that's really crippled me for a long time is, well, I want something produced and I want it to feel, perfect a little bit or have that aesthetic that I want. But honestly, just doing it is more than half the battle. Like, it's taken so long just to set up a camera and a tripod and just say, just go for it. Just put your thoughts on the camera, upload it, and see who can relate. Maybe no one, but I honestly feel like a lot of people can just relate to being normal and having these, shower thoughts and bathroom moments. The girls that kind of want to find traditional men in dating and try to figure out what that means, like, I don't want to just fall in line. Like, I am less resistant to the digital age, even though I am a millennial, so like, this is my life to a degree, but I feel like it's just like outpacing me in moments, because I don't want to lose human connection and human need. Like, I do not ever want like a robot in my bathroom doing things for me, or in my kitchen cutting things for me. Absolutely not. I don't know why people forget about iRobots, but or Eagle Eye. Like, technology is always killing us. I can't even say that out loud because I'm using technology. But no, it's just something that I think, at least, that I want. I'm gonna. There's turmeric stuff. I don't trust it. I think I want like a farmer. I actually want a farm. I mean, it's hard to say I truly want this because I haven't experienced it and I haven't put in the work to know what it takes to build a farm and maintain a farm. But that would be a great life, to marry a farmer, somebody that hunts, somebody that really is super grounded and focused and God-centered and family-centered, football-centered. No, I'm just kidding. I don't watch football, but you can. Totally fine. I'll watch it with you if you want. If not, I will do anything else. And I think a lot of people probably want that. I think that women are starting to turn away from what modern feminism is trying to tell us, that we don't need a man, we don't want a man, men ain't shit. And I just don't agree. Like, I love men. I think they're so important and so valuable. I need a strong father to my children. That's a non-negotiable. I won't have children. I will not do it. But I think that this whole wave of forget men, We don't need them. I think it's coming to a close because we're realizing, wait a second, that's childish. That's the childish stuff that we were listening to, that we were watching, that we're allowing people to persuade us into, and it's not working. So yeah, let's go back to tradition. What's wrong with that? Like, I made the mistake of saying that I have conservative values to someone, and they lost it. And I'm like, I don't know why that triggers you, but I want a 2-parent household. That's pretty conservative. I want to have a man of the house. Conservative. I want to wait till I get married to live with someone. I want to get married. You know, just like basic things as it relates to dating and love. And I don't think that that's a threat to anyone's freedom at all. Everyone has the freedom to do what they want to do. I think that things are changing, and women want to now, hopefully, maybe, possibly, try to experience something that has been deemed old age. Try it again. Like waiting, you know, sticking firm on boundaries, not compromising. I think that what worked well for our parents is that, first off, the men wanted to hunt, which is what my boss is, you know, constantly telling me. It's like, men are hunters. And I'm like, not today. If you tell a man or say anything about men hunting, that like sparks up a whole session that I never want to be a part of. I'm not using this. It's like, why would you assume that a man needs to hunt? And these are men talking to me like this. I'm like, I'm not going to engage because you're not a hunter. You're not for me. This conversation is not for me. I'm not going to argue with you. And I just don't ever want to argue with a man. It's such a waste of time. Because what? We get mad. What? You going to hit me? No, thank you. Don't want to be hit by a man. So I'm going to just keep quiet. Because you're not my man. So I don't care. I don't know. I want all of the things. I want a well-rounded 360 type of guy, a full man that is more than just convenient. So I'm gonna lean into this journey and lean into learning about my neighbor. You know, maybe he's just a neighbor, but maybe he's something more, like an ex-police officer. I mean, kind of, yes. That means you can definitely protect and serve. You've been trained for it. And I want a protector. And yeah, service is good. That's actually what comes up on my love languages. My top love language apparently is acts of service. Because I like words of affirmation, but I kind of don't. Like sometimes, like, okay, it's cool. Like, but if I do something that warrants, you know, affirmation, absolutely. Like if I do something like put on a really pretty dress and do makeup, which actually deserves recognition, yeah, of course you should tell me I look pretty because that's just basic. But you don't need to wake up and say, oh my God, you're so amazing and brilliant and beautiful and your best thing ever, because I'm gonna get a little thrown off by that. I'm like, dude, you're doing too much. Now I don't believe you. What's going on? I don't need that. But I like it. I don't know what number or where on the list words of affirmation is. Feels like I have some split ends that I need to handle, but I think I don't want to spend any money on anything because that is a part of my current journey, is just budgeting like crazy. So I will potentially learn to trim my hair, because if somebody can do it, I can do it. I don't have to pay to get it done. Even though I might maybe just like do a once a month. I might go to once a month to get my hair done, get it nice and conditioned properly, get it trimmed. I would love to add some color. I think that would be super fun. I got some work to do for my new typography class I'm taking. which is kind of fun. My hair's soft though, so that's kind of nice. It feels a little soft. So now I'm not even gonna move a piece on my chessboard because I made the last move. I make all of the last moves. So it's up to you, Jinbei. Maybe next time we meet and see each other, you'll have a name. But here, you will always be Jinbei. I will see you in the girls' room. Make sure you like and subscribe. You right there. You too.